All right, everyone, here we go. We got a cure for Cancer reading here. I'm going to try to do these a little more often because the soulmate cycle is Cancerian themed, and this is that energy. It's sort of a flyover on the Cancerian energy. It's an all signs reading. It's a different reading than we usually do, of course. We take 5 cards from the bottom, the environmental energy, we see what the environmental energy around someone is, and 4 cards from the top, see how they're behaving in it. It's pretty straightforward. I got a pre-shuffle here. Very straightforward as well. It's a little bit high, if I do say so myself. What kind of is? This is very typical of, I mean, I've been pulling cards. Everyone for decades been asking me to pull this on them, pull that on them. This is very typical right here. These cards, 4 of Cups, crossed by the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, of somebody who's wasted, stoned, making decisions. Easy-going decisions, 6 of Swords, under a base energy of apathy, making choices, everything sounds good. Hey, man, you want to jump off the roof? Yeah, man, that sounds cool. That's groovy, bro. It's a bit of that. All right, it's Cheech and Chong energy. It's pretty much what's here. Now, am I saying that your person's high or drunk or something? They might be. You might get a drunk dial or something like that. But what I'm really saying here is somebody's making decisions from a different perspective than they normally do, and they're making very easygoing decisions on stuff that, you know, used to be a big deal to them. Somebody here, the fear is still there with the 4 of Pentacles, but their biggest fear is that, being left out in the cold. And they're just, you know, they're just being brave, like this Page of Wands, moving in new directions, where normally they're apathetic. Bookending apathy is this Page of Wands, who's anything but apathetic. It might all be a bit self-sabotaging, it might all be a mistake, but I don't think they, with the 5 of Swords there, but I don't think they care. All right, so again, it really does feel that way. Somebody's just making these, really from a base energy of apathy, making new choices. Everything looks good to this person. Everything sounds good. The only thing they're afraid of is being left out in the cold, and they're doing everything not to be. This can also be an energy of somebody who shows up at the party and tries too hard. I get this energy sometimes around people like the straight-laced person, the very straight-laced person showing up at a party and trying to act like they're cool and laid back, that kind of thing. It can be that too. So maybe your person's acting a little bit out of character. Maybe this person coming towards you, you're like, what the fuck's going on? They're not usually like this. You know, it can be a bit of that too. Either way, that's what's going on in the pre-shuffle. Let's pull a reading. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's go. It is. That's a classic set of cards for someone who's stoned. It truly is. So don't take me literally. You just have to catch my drift. I don't need to hear a bunch of, my person would never do that, Steve. Okay, fine. But they're making decisions like they did. All right. Stoned people make decisions based on snacks and the craziest ideas that they never go for normally. Okay, it's either it's one of those things. It's all snack based. So maybe you're looking like a bag of Funyuns. I don't know. All right, let's go. Let me ask a cure for Cancer reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you're here for a reason. Yeah, man. It's timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm swimming in this energy to do it. It's very laid-back energy. I'm going to tell you right now. Overall energy, the first card from the environmental energy and the overall energy of the reading is Cancer. It's the card of the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy, which is the theme energy of this soulmate cycle, which is why this reading's called the Cure for Cancer, and why it's an all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. You're in this energy, whether you like it or not. Some signs are dealing with this soulmate cycle better than others. Fire signs don't like it. They don't like a water-based soulmate cycle. And I said once before, thank your lucky stars, it's not Scorpio this time around. Scorpios are the hardest soulmate cycles for the more earthy fire and fire signs to deal with. I got the Chariot, the Devil, but this is a particularly tough one too. Cancer is the cardinal sign for cardinal water sign. Chariot, Devil, environmental energy is the Chariot and the Devil. Are you serious? So it's good weed. Okay, all right. The 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and I'll show you the 6th card, even though it's not part of it, but you see it anyway. It's the Hierophant, and the sun wanted to reveal itself. Is somebody feeling really good here? I mean, let me line up the energy the way it is. This is the center. Somebody here is just, I said, you know, I made a joke early on about snack-based decisions, right? People who are stoned make decisions for a couple of different reasons. One of them is for snacks. Where are the best snacks? Where can I get the best snacks? You're a snack to this person. The feelings they have for you in this environmental energy makes it irresistible, makes something irresistible. The idea of being emotional, irresistible, which is weird. Somebody's moving towards you, but based on the energy around them is encouraging them to move towards you based on attraction, based on superficial things, based on you look like a bag of Funyuns, right? To a stoner. I mean, it really is. That's pretty much what it is. It's the way it feels here. I'm most confused by the Eight of Pentacles because it's the avoidance aspect of the Eight of Pentacles. Very weird. I'm not sure what that means. It can mean a couple of different things. I don't know. But somebody feeling downright good, downright high on life right now with the sun and the Hierophant underneath all of this. All right, flip the deck. 4 cards from the top. How are they behaving in this energy? I may separately clarify that. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave it a mystery. But it's weird. I don't see how they can avoid this. Okay, you can't avoid. Nobody in this condition can resist a bag of Funyuns. It just doesn't. It's not possible. Okay, so I don't know. This is minor arcana. This is an ace, and this is the devil. Good luck. But anyway, let's go. 4 cards. How are they behaving in this energy? A 9 of Cups. Very indulgent in this energy. They're indulgent. I don't know what that means. 4 of Wands. What's crossing that? Queen of Swords. Yeah, somebody's hell-bent here. Somebody's hell-bent. I get that. So it still doesn't explain that. It's not the working towards it. It's not the... That's very confusing. We may get to that first. What's bookending the 9 of Cups? The 5 of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's being indulgent to a fault. Now, I'm just... Again, catch my drift. Do not take me literally. I have to translate these energies into words for you. Please do not take me literally. Okay? But I'm going to say it like this. If I was to see this, if this was a card, if you said, Steve, pull on my person, what are they going to do? This is somebody who shows up at your house drunk. It says, or stoned. It says all kinds of crazy shit. It's crazy talk. Somebody being indulgent to a fault. Okay? Indulgent to a fault. You know, yeah, I mean, bananas and fruit, they're really good. It's really good for you. Right? But there's that lady that diet lady that died. She was eating she just lived on fruit. She just ate the fruit diet and she died, right? You know, too much of anything is bad for you. Bananas, too much of bananas, you get overtoxed with potassium, and that's not good, you know. Somebody's being indulgent to a fault. It's somebody who shows up, and again, I've got somebody who right here, the 4 of Wands, they see a future with you, but the way they're talking, it's very belligerent. There's communication happening, but it's not coming out right. The words just won't come out right. Sort of like me with this reading, I suppose. You know, again, I have to swim in this energy to do these readings. It's hard to find the words to describe this energy because this person's fucking wasted, energetically speaking. All right. Let's first, let's do something different. I'm going to clarify with the light seer up here. I'm going to grab the little animal deck, and I'm going to clarify this 8 of Pentacles because it's pissing me off. It's the one energy of the environmental energy that I can't fucking get a bead on it. What's going on here? 8 of Pentacles, why is it here? Maybe my coffee just hasn't kicked in yet. I don't know. I think it has. I feel all right. Actually, I feel pretty good swimming down here. Holy crap. Say what you want about the devil. He bring the good stuff. Okay. All right. Here we go. 8 of Pentacles. All right. Here we go. You do not send Ned Flanders out for supplies at your party. You send the guy that looks like the devil in the light seer deck out. All right, it's crossed by the Ace of Cups. So the universe is telling me, if you want to know what this means, dumbass Steve, go look at the Ace of Cups. Okay, I got it. The King of Cups. Okay, this is This, oh, I know what the King of Swords. I get it. This is somebody who just, the more they try to avoid these feelings, the more they press on. It's where the anger that's tied to the Queen of Swords is coming from. Okay, it's somebody who's trying to avoid these feelings, and it's sort of like trying to. It's like drinking a bunch of booze and trying to pretend you're not drunk, or just I could wish the drunk away. I don't want to be drunk, right? No, you're drinking, you're going to get a buzz. It's just going to happen. Somebody here has got a bit of a buzz for you, and somebody here is trying to avoid it. And the more they try to avoid it, the angrier they get. The more this cup flows, and then the angrier they get, the more this cup flows. It's a cascade effect, is really what it is. It revolves right around that Ace of Cups. Yeah, somebody here is jamming up themselves, right? 2 Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords here underneath the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they're trying to pretend it's not there, right? I'm fine. Trying to pretend. This could also be an energy of somebody at a party trying to pretend they're fine. You're trying to take their keys, and they're like, I'm fine, I'm okay to drive. They can't even fucking stand up and find the door. That's the closet. The door's over here. You better give me your keys, right? This is that same energy, same frequency of energy, play out 1,000 different ways. That's one of the ways that this would, for that person, I'd get this type of card pull. All right. What's going on with the 9 of Cups? Let's clarify with the Light Seer. It is what it is. I think for some of you, because the Devil's red with the Ace of Cups as well. The Ace of Cups is a big player here. All right. The Devil's red with it as well in this read. I think for some of you, whoever this person is, friend, family member, runner, I don't know, you have a soul connection with them. I'll tell you what, they're about to be a very outspoken pain in your ass. You're sort of their Achilles heel. You're their karma in a way. You're their Achilles heel. You're their issue. You're the reason. You're their ruiner. You ruin everything. That's they villainized you in some way. I think they're just they're just having a hard time right now because the energy is trying to make them go forward. The environmental energy is like, go for it, and it does feel like a stoned person. They're making decisions like that. That person will do things they wouldn't normally do. Everything sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I should go talk to Steve's viewer, man. Oh, it's a great idea. It's like a fucking Cheech and Chong movie. It really is. All right, here we go. Yep. Okay. All right, we're done. 2 of Pentacles. Somebody's just making decisions like a Gatling gun around here. Just firing them off one by one. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's have 9 pineapples. Yeah, okay. The 5 of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to make themselves feel better. Okay? It's very simple. Somebody is indulgent to a fault. These same energies can play out as somebody doing retail therapy, somebody doing whiskey therapy, somebody doing weed therapy. It's somebody who's trying to make themselves feel better. And it's to a fault in that it doesn't end well for them, I don't think. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? If you know who this is, great. 7 of Swords. Look, I'm making this shit up. Look, it's the 7 Swords. Again, it's their own fault. It's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville all over again, right? Some people say there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault, right? It's somebody having to face the fact that they fucked up. Somebody having to face a flaw about themselves. Somebody having to face that they have feelings for you, and somebody trying not to. And the more they try not to, the angrier they get. The more the universe slaps it back, the more this flows. And it's just this endless feedback loop, okay? So it is what it is, but somebody's doing this to a fault. They're doing the wrong thing is what the final outcome says. Now, does that mean they're not going to come talk to you? Oh, hell no. I got the 4 of Wands crossed by the Queen of Swords. This is someone, asking you to marry them in angry voice, just as an example. Will you fucking marry me or what, right? And you look down and they got a knife in their hand, or a sword in this case. I mean, it's like not exactly romantic. Okay, no, but I feel like if I say no, I'm going to get the sword run through me. It's a bit of that. Okay, 4 of Wands. Why is it here? Let's see. Let's clarify these two, and then we'll get to this fucker. All right, 5 of Wands. Why is it here? I was going to say the devil will probably show up here. He already did, though. It's the 7 of Swords. It's mild devil energy, right? It's a bit of that. It's a bit of it, right? I said you're their Achilles heel. You're the one they blame every time they don't have fun. Spent the whole day at Disneyland, had a terrible fucking time because I kept thinking about Steve's viewer. It's their fucking fault. No, they're realizing it's their own fault here. They're indulging to try to make themselves feel better. All right. Okay. Well, it won't let me shuffle anymore. Yeah, the sun. This Four of Wands crossed by the sun is the happiest card. It's a yes energy that's coming off of this. It's one of the few actual yes cards in the deck. It's a beautiful energy. The Four of Wands crossed by the sun. I mean, just run with that, right? The girl on the picture here is perfect. I mean, that's it. Somebody it sounds like a great idea to come talk to you. I just think the words come out wrong. That's all. It's that, again, everything sounds like a great idea. It's the same energy that was around that Seven of Cups in the pre-shuffle. What's on top? And there he is. I was talking about it while I was shuffling. I said that the devil is going to come out, but it already did. It's minor devil energy. There it is right there. There's the guy. That's the guy you send out for supplies at the party, by the way. Okay? You definitely send that guy, not Ned Flanders. Oakley dokley, I'll go get you some stuff. He'll come back with juice and gum. Oh, God. I mean, here we go. The devil. It's such beautiful energy, but it's dirty, it's carnal, it's vile in some way. I don't understand. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think right now this is your long lost runner. I think this has got to be someone else. This is far too vile. If this is your runner, let him keep running. All right. The devil, why is it here? Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Look, it all comes back to the Ace of Cups. We already talked about that, right? It all comes back to the Ace of Cups. It just keeps coming back to it. And the Ace of Cups is red with the devil. And the Ace of Cups was crossing the Eight of Pentacles. And that tells me to point to that. It's that whole feedback loop I've already talked about. The cards are just backing up my energy read. All right? I mean, it is what it is. So we got communication coming. Let's pull on it. Okay? Queen of Swords. Again, same thing I've already said. This person blames you for they villainize these feelings they have. You know, it's all your fault. But now that, again, they know it's their fault. They're just, somebody here is just indulging. I'm not saying they're drinking or getting high or anything like that. When I say indulging, I mean a pity party can be indulging. Right? It's the same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. Retail therapy, pity party, all of that's the same energy. It's just the context around it that changes, that helps you read it. It's like I say about, as an energy reader, love and hate. Even if you hook them up to machines, love and hate read exactly the same. You need context to be able to tell which is which. Right? So it is what it is. This person's doing what they're doing. Queen of Swords. Let's talk about this conversation my people might be getting. That's the Hermit. What's fueling the Hermit crossing that? Six of Wands. Somebody thinks this is a good idea. Okay? Look, I'll put it to you this way. And it's probably this energy whispering in their ear. Right? Of course it is. This is the guy who brought the weed. Whispering in the ear. Right? Sitting in the Trans Am with the fucking, the stuff. And your person sitting there with him. You're like, yeah, here's what you do, man. You want to ask him to marry you? That's fine. You bring a sword, right? You say real mean shit, right? And then you go, right? And your person's like, yeah, you're totally right, man. Yeah, totally. It sounds good in the Trans Am, but once you get out of the Trans Am and sober up, it's a bad idea. All right, somebody here thinks this is a great idea. I'm going to go do it. All right, what's on top? It's the Queen of Cups. Love here. It's the most love. Why is that here? I can pull from the deck. The Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to pull the bridging energy just for fun. Yeah. See, I told you. I mean, this is someone who's not thinking clearly about something. Somebody forgot the love, right? Somebody forgot the love. It's the Knight of Pentacles. He's got a racehorse. He could be riding it, but he's not. There's a lot of love here. They could be using that, but they're not. They're bringing the sword. Why? Because they sat in the Trans Am with this fucker who's like, yeah, so listen, here's what you do. You go there with a sword, right? I mean, it's a bit of that. And it feeds this person's villainization of their feelings for you. I see this a lot with kids who have trouble with their parents. I mean big trouble, okay? I see it a lot because the parents were trying to be authority figures. So I see this a lot. You want your independence, they don't. This is the same type of energy, all right? Yeah, if you want them to stay, show up with a sword and force them. That's the worst thing to do to somebody that's looking for independence. That's what this guy would have you do. That's the dumb thing, that you placate if you want. Pretend, give them the illusion of freedom, right? You do what dictators do. They give their people the illusion of freedom. They don't try, you know, the worst ones, the ones that get hung in the street are the ones who oppress. Well, this person's getting hung in the street, metaphorically speaking. You know, it's 3 swords. It is what it is. Okay. I mean, you know, that's the bridging energy. So it's the wrong approach. You know, somebody forgot the love. I'm going to pull on the final outcome here, but you've got somebody showing up, a very powerful soul connection, I will say, with 2 devils on the table and a Queen of Cups and a 3 of Swords. That shows me how much love potential there is anyway. You got a very powerful soul connection showing up. You've got a good shot at communication here. But it's probably a reading you'll want to pay attention with this energy. You'll want to pay attention to the... which reading would it be? The one that I did probably the other day. Probably Mercury and Pisces reading, I would say. Something along those lines. This will add to that reading. This will add to Mercury and Pisces quite a bit, I'm sure. Okay? Because there's a lot of communication here, but it's just, you're going to have to bite your lip, bite your tongue to not throw it back at them. So you want to. You know, again, I'm exaggerating to explain the energy. Somebody's probably not coming to ask you to marry them. But if they do, they're probably showing up with a sword and forgot the cup. Forgot the love, you know. All right, here we go. 5 of Swords. So, again, we got a sabotage, a self-sabotage. Somebody's indulging to a point, right? A little liquid courage, maybe. It sometimes happens that way. Pity party. I don't know. So they're showing up a little overcompensating because they don't want to deal with this, and it makes them mad to deal with it, but that act of making them mad makes the Ace of Cups flow even more. Again, we even got an Ace of Cups up here. We got a devil here, a devil here. Ace of Cups here, Ace of Cups here. These 2 are read together. These 2 show up in the reading. That's a big deal. This is the environmental energy, the air in the room, the temperature of the room. This is how they're behaving within those energies. These 2 devils alone with the Ace of Cups, which are all read together, tell me that they're listening to the guy in the Trans Am. Never listen to the guy in a Trans Am. First of all, he bought the tacky Burt Reynolds Trans Am. 5 of Swords. Why is it here? It's crossed by the Hierophant. Again, the Hierophant. Where have we seen the Hierophant before? Wasn't that part of this right here? It was underneath. Yeah, it was with the sun. Yeah, somebody's feeling really too, somebody's a little overconfident here. It's overconfidence. That's what it is. Yeah, the Tower. Why is the Tower here? The 4 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's overconfident, and again, it causes a problem. It causes an issue. It falls on their head. Okay, and it leaves a void. It's a bit of well, a star that explodes is a supernova, right? And that supernova, when a star goes supernova, it then leaves a black hole. That's what's going on here. Somebody's exploding, right? Going supernova and then leaving a black hole. All right? You're not quite. I think what happens here is it's a communication that you don't quite know what to deal with, what to do with. You're probably getting this reading so that it doesn't blow your mind, so that you're not surprised. Somebody's coming in wrong. They just forgot the love. You've got communication coming, or the potential is there. They're really listening to this guy. You've got the potential for communication, but somebody here is just, they forgot the Queen of Cups. They forgot the love. He forgot he had a racehorse, and he's walking. And the result is this. But it's technically, that's the bridging energy here. The result is a black hole. It's the 4 of Swords. You can heal this, or you cannot, or you can do nothing with it. It's up to you. Whatever is happening here, the slate is getting wiped clean with whoever this is. They are going to show you who they are, is what I mean by that. All right? So, at the end of the day, You know, at the end of the day, look at that, and it flipped up to reveal the Two of Swords. It puts you at a crossroads. Wasn't the Two of Swords a pretty dominant energy, either in the extended or something for the Mercury and Pisces reading I mentioned? Yeah, something like that. I remember a Two of Swords energy. It's that same Two of Swords energy popping up all over the place. So, there you go. It doesn't really matter what you do. You know, all my readings are tied together. We're just following the energy, that's all. It doesn't really matter what you do. At the end of the day, a black hole is left. Somebody here does something, and what you do with it is up to you. You could choose to laugh this off. Really, they don't mean to not bring the love. They don't mean to be the Queen of Swords. They're just listening to the wrong energies, which are getting in their head and making them all a little bit worried about that flowy energy here. Somebody's extremely, you know, every idea is a good idea. The whole idea of going towards you is a good idea. The problem is, it's like when you're stoned, everything is a really good idea, but you can't really formulate a very good plan. It's not the time to put something together, a complex plan. They need kind of a plan to approach you, because this is obviously a person that you've got some problems with, or had some problems with, who hurt you, or could potentially in the future. I don't know. It feels, again, I said this about the Mercury reading as well, it felt more like a family type energy than it did a friend. It could be a romantic interest here a little bit. It feels like somebody that wanted to control you and realized they couldn't, and is coming in, and the advice they got is to come in extra hard when that happens, which is not good advice. Never good advice from this type of energy about this type of thing. Never. All right? Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. We will grab the witches back. Oh, yeah, that's where we saw the Hierophant before. Hierophant and the Sun, yeah. Somebody feeling pretty good. It was part of the environmental energy. A little overconfident with the Hierophant and the Sun, though, I'll tell you that. A little bit. Yeah, Six of Swords. Look at that. There's what's fueling that Hierophant? Yeah, look at it's my laughing Hierophant. Right, Six of Swords, that was part of the stoned energy from the pre-shuffle. A little bit. Yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake, man. No problem. No problem. Yeah, you forgot to bring the love. Right? You brought the control. You brought the cold. But you forgot to bring the love. That's all. I will tell you, to help you with this void that might be left here. Sort of think of the void, think of the black hole as an explosion that goes off, right? And the whole field's been leveled, right? There's just nothing left, and you're just standing there, right? At that point, you can rebuild. You can. The tower is saying that. It's not a big deal. I will tell you so that you can deal with that void a little better. There's a lot of love here. I got Ace of Cups 3 times in this reading, and a King of Cups. They may resent it, but that's probably why it's there. You know, it poses a problem for them. You know, if this is a parent or something like that for you, they just don't want you to. There's this weird loss of control thing. Somebody just wants to be involved too much. I think the way it sort of reads, that's fine. You know, it is what it is. My mother's like that sometimes too. I give her things to do. Right? Whenever she wants to be involved in something too much, I create, like if I'm putting together a business or something, she wants to get involved, I find a little job for her. I'll create something, right? Way off to the side, right? I'm not gonna cross swords. I'm gonna create something that way off to the side. I tell her it's really important. It's not important that she color in the letter A and do the, you know, whatever. It's no big deal. You know, find a font is often one of my jobs I give people. You know, it is what it is. Somebody's just approach is wrong. What else you want to tell my people here? Let's see. It's crossed. Yeah, I got the star. The Hierophant. Yeah, the High Priestess. The Hierophant's the High Priest. It's a Hierophanty High Priestess crossed by the star, and underneath the star is Justice. It's you with this person. Whoever this person is, you and this person have a destiny. There's not much you can do to damage this. In other words, it's in your court. The ball is in your court. There's not much you can do to damage things here. So if you don't like how this person's behaving, then you just, you allow the tower to fall and you let the energy reset and come back around. Obviously, make your own decisions, but that's what this is saying here. At the end of the day, Do what makes you happy. It's part of your destiny here. It really is. But you and this person have, I'm going to pull a couple more on that. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, the divine timing energy, and the King of Wands. You and this person, you're in this person's life, whoever they are, to teach them how to be better, to teach them to be a better person, to show them to be better. Okay? This is just one lesson that might be many for this person. Obviously, they may listen to the wrong people, or it could be an internal energy inside them that they listen to, a little inner voice. It's the wrong voice. They got it wrong. People all the time get the devil and the angel mixed up. All the time they do. So it happens. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Good luck.